Call the meeting to order. We're both here.
Yeah.
Michelle and I are both here. We have an officers committee report.
Well, it's just if there's any, that we have anything new that we need to report. That's just a general outline.
Okay, managers report.
And the only thing that I need to talk about are two things, is we have the new gate system that's been on delay. The company is a little bit behind on that. I think we spoke with you.
Yesterday.
And he should be starting that soon, the entry gate. The sign out front is almost finished. They are going to be out, they were out today, they're supposed to be out again tomorrow to finish painting that. So that project should be done. And besides that, you don't have any current projects underway, except for a couple of things we wanted to talk about here, which was ordering a new sign for the entryway, because currently they're putting everything on pieces of paper and just sticking it up outside here or near the front, and then the sign that you have that says meeting tonight. But you should have one that has the day, the location, and the time, a permanent type of sign that you put in and out. And here was a suggested sign,
I read all of
if they
that.
wanted to get that. If not, then,
My only thing with this is, we've had our meeting on the third Wednesday of every month for 6 years now. If we're gonna make a sign, I don't want it to say it's gonna be the third Wednesday every
well,
month.
these are sliders. They slide in and out.
Okay, I wanna say, yeah, okay, that would be good.
Yeah.
That, no, we changed our meeting date and we're gonna have a meeting like when we did it back in December. We're gonna have a meeting tonight, no? Instead of the third Wednesday of every month has always been our meeting.
And also, though, I made it to the other side, because there may be for other associations, the other side is dry erase. So if you have a special meeting or you have an emergency meeting, you can flip the sign so that when it's out front, you can handwrite whatever you need it to be. So it has multi-purpose. Dry erase if you have any other type of meeting, you want to use the sign for any other purpose. And then this side has the slider. So if you change it to Tuesdays or Fridays, you would just change the slider. And then if you ever want to change your grievance times, we would change the sliders for that as well.
And how much do you want
What
to
it costs? What's it cost?
That is $270 and
Yeah, that's all right, go ahead and do it. I'll make a motion, we can make the sign.
if you could just sign that, there's a pen for you. You
Want
can
me to
sign
sign
the one under here. Look here, yeah, there you go.
You want to sign it too?
And the last one was for your drain systems, the catch basins.
Okay,
You haven't had that
I'm really having a problem with this. I called Henry, but he was off when I called him, to ask, but I want him to wait until the day it rains
Okay,
and go around and show me which drains aren't draining, because the people don't call us. If the people would call us and tell us, hey, my drain's not working, we'd send somebody out and fix it. But I don't want to do 95 drains. Was it 95?
45.
Okay, 45 drains, no, if we don't have to. We had our drains cleaned last year, we had all our drains cleaned, and they put in new systems in some places.
Okay.
No, but I want to know, I want to actually see, I want him to take me
So the
around
next
this
time it's a
little.
heavy rain, you need to contact him and tell him to go around and start taking pictures.
Yeah, I've talked to him
Okay,
already,
so
but
he's
we
gonna do
haven't, we haven't had a heavy rain except when he was off, no. So I'm waiting until we have a heavy rain,
Okay.
and he'll come pick me up, he's very good with that, and he'll take me around and show me. Because there are some places that no matter what we do, the people put all concrete in front of their houses, so there's no drainage in front of their houses. So where we used to have a little circle, no, there's nothing for the water to go
Just
down
collects
to.
there.
So it doesn't matter the drain, because it's not draining in the street, it's not draining at their house,
Okay,
because they put all that concrete there with no
sure.
way for it to go away.
Okay,
But we'll go do that.
okay. So we'll wait for that.
And I want all the drains cleaned that are actually clogged.
Okay, sure.
there any of you, does anybody have any questions? We can start here and go back like this.
Oh, just one more thing, just one more.
Okay, yes.
In reference to, we talked about the keys for the entrance. What are the procedures?
Are you talking about the pool keys?
Yes.
Yes, they're supposed to contact the management office.
I have here, because I have my, this isn't working.
Okay, so you need to contact the management office, they get your information, they put it into the system, and a new card is ready for you, then I bring it to the front gate with your information, and they call you, and you'll pick it up at the front gate.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you have something?
Yeah, I can give you my card, so
Okay.
you definitely just call in, they'll gather all your information from you, and then I'll bring it here. I live right down the street,
Oh, okay.
so as soon as she prepares it for me, I drop it off.
Perfect.
They get one card,
Mm-hmm.
right, was ready.
Do you need to, one for one?
She'll give you all the information. If she
Okay.
tells you to leave it, she'll tell you to leave it there, and then she just leaves me a note of what I'm
Okay.
supposed to do. Okay?
Any updates on the fan committees?
Of the what?
Fan committee?
The finding committees. She was here tonight. We do have a little discussion on how they want to proceed with anyone that has more than 2 violations. So maybe you can answer this since you've been around. We send out the first letter, which lets them know that they have a violation. We follow that up later after 30 days, it's usually mostly like 45 days, that they have the second violation because they didn't comply. That one asks them to appear before us so that they can discuss why they haven't taken care of the issue. After that, the finding committee is a little bit stuck, they don't know. If no one shows, do they move forward and impose the fine?
For
And
everyone that
that's what I told them to
doesn't
do,
show up.
but they felt that maybe they weren't receiving the letters, but I told them they're sent out regular mail and then they're sent out
But
certified.
is the committee functioning? That's what.
Yes, absolutely, and they would agree to
Let me
meet every month.
explain this about the fines committee. We don't want to fine anybody at all. We want them to do what they're supposed to do. But most of the people that have fines, not all of them, but most of the people that have fines have been fined for years. Not for weeks or months, but for years. And they just don't want to do anything. Some of them actually pay the fines because they don't want to do what they're supposed to do. And in order for us to sue them, to make them like the people that have big trucks in their front yard that their neighbors don't want there, the only reason we find out about them is because of their neighbors. We don't find out about them because of her or the management company, because they don't know. We only know because their neighbors call us and tell us that their trucks are out there forever and parking on their grass or doing whatever. So that's what we find. Then we send them to go and find them. But there are people that pay us $1,000 a year, because that's the most we can spend, because it's cheaper for them to park their truck over in a truck place. Really, that's true. And in order for us to make them stop, we need to sue them. But then to sue them costs us thousands of dollars in attorney's fees, which we don't want to pay, to be honest. We could pay, but then we're paying it with all of your money. It's not our money, it's your money. What's my money? It's all of our money, you know? So, and we don't want to pay thousands. Last time we sued somebody for that, it cost us, we won, but it cost us like 50 grand to win. So we lost because we lost all that money, which is stupid, you know? So we're trying to do to be economically, conservative, and even though we'd like everybody to abide by the rules, but if we don't find the people,
You can't select the ones that sell it.
it's not the fines. We don't want the fines. We do not want them. We want them to do the right thing. So, but if you don't find them, some of these people do not care at all. And so you're just going to fine them. And then maybe once they have to pay $1,000, or we lien their house because they haven't paid it, maybe they'll wake up and abide by the rules.
Those
Yeah.
little stickers help too. They don't like, nobody likes those stickers.
Oh, for the parking, we've started to enforce that, yeah.
Yeah, well, that will
That should have
help.
been going on all along, now they've started to really do that again. But the other things
Well, I
are
called the
mostly
other
for your
day,
home.
there were like 8 teenagers in the little kiddie park in front of the mailboxes there. And so I called the security guy the other day and said, send the little cart over there and tell them that this is not for teenagers, it's for little kids, and to leave. I don't know if they did or not, but the lady said she'd send them over there and talk to them. We try to keep the community word. But the fines committee is really important. It's like the only resource the neighborhood has to try, and it's only trying, it's not, so try to make the neighborhoods better. Because if your neighbor, you spend thousands of dollars a year on your house, and your neighbor lets his house go, your house is worth less money. And you don't like pulling up to your house every day to see junk next door. The cat lady that's over there, nobody wants that. No, I don't know. My dog got attacked this weekend. Something. I thought it was a cat as well. I realized she got bit by a snake or something, which I've never had in my whole yard is black. But big eye. You don't want anything dangerous around in your neighborhood. You want to keep it as safe as we can possibly make it. We don't want thieves or criminals. We cannot, as a board, we cannot keep a criminal out of our neighborhood. We can keep a pedophile, we can say no, but they could sue us, and they could win, but we could say no, so they can't buy. But more than that, we can't really do anything, because anybody that applies, so far, everybody that's applied this year to buy a house has had no criminal record that the investigation found, so that was nice. But we just have to keep it safe here. So vote for all the people that didn't show up,
Yeah, quite a few.
to
Yeah,
pay.
that's what I was telling you, that's the only way that
pay
the
the
process is the
fine.
same all the time.
And not having the money to pay the fine or to fix their house is not an excuse. If they don't have the money to fix their house, they should sell their house, move to a cheaper neighborhood where they can afford the house, and let somebody move into their house that can afford to take care of it. Not, you can give an extension.
And we do, that's what I was discussing with you.
Everybody
We
can
do
have an
that. We're very
extension
much.
to.
Just those that don't
Yeah.
do anything about the extension, they didn't call to ask.
They didn't call.
If they don't call to ask, they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll never answer if they don't call, right. But if somebody comes and says, look, I have no money, I can't fix my house right now, tell them that that's not an excuse. But you'll give them 3 months, or whatever you think is fair, and
They have to make contact.
yeah, get a proposal from a contractor that says it's gonna cost so much. And then let them tell you when they're gonna be able to fix the house from the amount of money whatever the contractor wants. So then you can make a decision whether you think that's reasonable or not. That's your judgment on whether you think it's reasonable. If they want to take 6 years to fix their house, personally, I feel more than 3 or 4 months is unreasonable, but that's your job, it's not the board's job.
Well, did it volunteer.
Yeah, but no, but that's why, it's supposed to be volunteers are supposed to be part of the community.
She's not a volunteer, she gets paid.
Yeah.
We're volunteers, we don't get,
Exactly, yeah.
we get nothing out of this, not at all. Except headaches.
Question, because I came here late, but I heard something about fixing the house. Cindy, what's your name?
Terry,
I spoke to Cindy, because what happened is, we was, like a year ago, they sent a letter to everybody to pressure clean the roof. And say the roof has to be clean. Everybody clean the roof, ending to make a new roof. Because a 20 years old roof, when you put pressure cleaner, you will destroy it. So I contact the city, I contact some engineer and some roofers, and they tell me, roof is not to be cleaned after 10 years. Because when you walk over, because of the heat, the paper, when you just put your leg, your foot over the tile, it will break. So you end up paying $30,000 like I did. Is any way, change the color of the tile, come in with some resolution not to clean.
You can do 100,000 things. My neighbor down the street, who bought a house 2 years ago, who's been fixing it up for 2 years now, he does it by himself. He just had some guy go up on his roof.
Boom. And that was the roof.
No, he put new, like cement, down all the areas and painted his whole roof. I have no idea what it cost him, because he spent at least, he spent at least $150,000 at least he spent in that house already. And he's
What about $30,000
and
in
he's
a roof?
still not living it. But if you need a new roof, then it's time to put a new roof
I
on.
know, but everybody on my area, at 18600, all the neighbors, who was, they followed the letter. They cleaned the roof, all of them, including the lady next to the mailbox.
And I'm sure.
They have to do it. So
I have my roof cleaned every 5 years.
every 5 years.
Every
How
5
old is
years.
your roof?
Now it's about, I put my roof on about 15 years ago.
Be ready to have
my
$30,000 in your pocket.
But I've lived here for 30 years, so when I lived here for 15 years, I put a new roof on. But back then it cost me like $28,000. Now it's probably 35. But, so I put a new roof on back then. But then I have the guy come by every time they paint my house, like every 5 years I paint my house. And every 5 years they clean the roof before they paint the house.
This is my second roof over here. The second one.
No, this is I only have one. This one's held up, thank God. My next door neighbor's fell down 3 times already.
So, no, my concern is that you're gonna have a lot of neighbors that they're gonna have to fix the roof.
If
And-
somebody that knows how to clean your roof,
No, we contract with a company.
if you have a company that knows how to do it, they will not break your tiles or ruin your roof.
No, I don't know, it's a paper now. They explained to me, and I can show you documents.
If they break your roof by cleaning it, it means that the wood underneath your roof is rotten. Because that's the only way it can happen. I was a contractor, a developer for all my childhood. I went to the jewelry business
Picture
for my whole youth.
No, but we have picture, everything it was intact inside.
But you can't, there are people here, go around and you'll see that their roofs are black, and it looks terrible for the neighborhood. That's the whole reason they want you to clean your roof. If you don't want to clean your roof, put a new roof on. Or don't do it and pay the fine like the
Some people have painted it, if they want to paint it.
Yeah, but that's not a solution. Some people, that's my question.
They're painting it a dark
It's a house
color.
over here, the roof is black.
color.
Yeah,
It's a
sure.
dark.
But they probably been fined 7 or 8
No, he
times.
means they painted it a dark color.
I said dark color.
Oh, yeah, you
No,
can
no,
do that.
there are several people who.
Yeah.
You can paint it dark. You
We
can
have,
paint it.
Yeah, that's.
we have no black. There's no black.
It's a dark
No.
brown.
It's a dark, but
There's
it's
a
a
bronze, there's a bronze color,
dark brown?
there's a bronze color. Well, it's not black.
Oh, my
Black is
God.
not allowed. There's a bronze color that's allowed, and the gray that's allowed, and the terracotta that's allowed. Those are the 3
I know,
colors.
it's the one I'm talking about, it's across the street from us, and they got it approved, but.
Well, there's one from the other
Is
side that's
anyone-
black, but that's not on our.
No, this is on this side, it's on
Yeah,
201
but
Terrace.
should be,
It looks black to me.
well, it should be bronze, like the colors of the windows, that are not our windows.
I'm sorry, but that looks black.
Well, they just see my roof and, they put
But they got it
the
approved.
He
metal
told me the
piece.
address tomorrow.
But they got it approved. No, she
I'm
got it
just
approved.
curious, I'd like to look at it.
Okay, that's very nice, huh?
And I sent an email to Cindy,
Sydney?
because they say, you need to repaint your house. My house was repainted like a year ago, completely.
later though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so we gave you an extension.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
That was my
We
question.
did, that came across my desk.
Okay.
You were granted an
Fine.
extension because you're still working on your home.
Okay.
You're the one that had the permit in the window of the
No,
garage?
no.
Okay, but you had the little slip, the area down at the bottom of the wall, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I metal on the top.
Yes, yes, they gave you an extension.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question. My English is not really good, but I try. I'm living next to the abandoned house, 99.
My mother's house, esa es la casa de mi mamá.
Yeah,
Ella murió hace 5
I
años.
know.
Y el banco, no el banco, el gobierno tiene la casa porque ella tengo un reverse mortgage. Entonces el banco vendió al gobierno y el gobierno no quiere hacer nada. Nosotros tenemos un foreclosure en la casa.
Yo tengo toda la información,
Ajá.
todo lo tengo aquí. Lo que pasa es que está habiendo muchos problemas y ya mi seguridad, yo pago $128, como ustedes saben, todos los meses. Ya los security, como no está pasando como antes, solo los viernes y los sábados, que no está bien. O sea, ahí se meten, el viernes 3 vino la policía, helicóptero y todo, porque ahí estaba viviendo alguien. Y tuve que...
Muchas veces.
Sí, pero es mi seguridad, yo pago por mi
Nosotros
seguridad y los
llamamos
security
la
no están pasando
gobierno
constantemente.
muchas veces para arreglar esto. El abogado
Bueno,
nosotros
entonces tienen que
ya...
pagarle a los security para que estén constantemente
Es que no.
pasando. Antes
Nosotros-
pasaban los security every day, y ya solo pasan los viernes y los sábados. No pasan lunes, no pasan martes, no pasan miércoles, no pasan jueves, ni
I
pasan
don't understand. You
domingos.
know the security in the car, how many days of...
And when I talk to them, they say that you don't want to pay them.
They're saying that they're not supposed to go around, I'll find out.
She says they're only coming Friday and Saturday, and they're not coming around anymore. We pay them.
Yeah, we do pay them.
But they
And
said
that's
that
not
you
the
don't
first
wanna
time we
pay
heard
to
this.
them.
Remember last time we were talking about maybe checking out getting different security companies? Because I've caught them a couple times sitting in
Well,
their car.
I just want to know
I
why.
have the Tony
We're paying them.
cell phone,
Yeah.
¿cuál es el otro? El
Right.
No, the other day was a
Tony,
guy.
¿cómo se llama?
Marijuana there.
Uh-huh.
The middle street.
I have,
I passed. I told the
how
security,
the owner, name,
Yeah, I had that on my list already, I'm also planning to talk to the.
They
the
told me
owner
that you
company.
don't wanna pay for every
Well,
day
We
they,
pay.
You do pay.
but they told me that, that's why I'm here, because every day I have to, hello, get out there.
Tú-
That's not
Tú
my
vives en
job.
una casa a
Al
la
lado.
izquierda,
O sea, sí, la que viene
al lado sur.
Ajá,
de-
el 00. Ajá.
Yo no sé, tú vienes cuando ella murió.
No, we buy it when we
¿Ah?
Hace un año compramos.
Ah.
Pero todos los días yo le digo a él, te vas a buscar un problema, porque todos los días hay que estar, sale de ahí,
Es una casa
quítate de
nueva.
ahí.
Yeah, but if you see somebody there, I recommend you just to call the police.
Sí, claro.
I call the
Yeah,
police,
call
and
the
they told
police.
me, I don't want to do nothing.
No?
No, only that I want, that I have to do is only ponerle un fine, una multa por traspasen a la propiedad. No pueden hacer nada. Llama al security, no puede venir.
Señora,
Llama a la policía, no puede hacer nada.
Permiso, señora. Cuando tú llamas a la policía, tú le dices, hay gente viviendo en una casa abandonada.
Ya vinieron, ustedes tienen que
Yo sé
vienen
porque hay un policía que trabaja en este área que es...
helicóptero y todo, y me
How do you
dijo,
say
llama.
God's, anybody speak English and
What do you
Spanish?
say,
How do you say God's son in Spanish?
Garza?
God's son.
Casa,
El hijo de
Nieto, nieto.
Nieto.
Nieto is God's grandson. God's son.
Como I
Yo-
have, me
el-
If you want to talk
El
English, I understand.
policía de Dade County aquí y cuando yo llamo, él viene porque...
Sí, vienen. Si tú llamas 10 veces, ellos van a venir, pero no le pueden hacer nada a esa persona.
¿Y cómo me voy a How do you come inside?
No, ellos necesitan sacar a la persona de la casa, ponga a posa
Y se lo llevan y le ponen una multa y lo vuelven a soltar. Él me dijo, cada vez que tú me llamas, eso es lo único que yo puedo hacer, no puedo hacer
Pero
nada.
así se hace ahora.
Lo hago, lo hago.
¿No?
Yo lo hago.
¿O el bicycle?
El bicycle.
Una bicicleta robada de esa amarilla de venta.
La bicicleta la tienes que tener.
Ah, la amarilla,
Sí,
la amarilla,
Venía y la tiraba por la noche y entraba por la mañana.
y ahora,
Y después
Sí, ellos se fue enseguida.
Enseguida.
Esa es la cosa, ellos se fue enseguida.
Entonces, pero si ven el security que está ahí pasando y pasando
Sí.
y pasando,
Eso-
como que cogen un poco más de respeto.
Ojalá que enseguida, porque ellos tengan cita, ¿no? En septiembre, que el abogado de nosotros dice, ya no va más, pues ellos va a hacer el abogado dice, güey,
Mira,
que
yo
no
tengo,
quiere uno otro.
y yo tengo un cliente mío que dice que para inversión él compraría la casa. Y ya yo he llamado, mira, no es mentira. Yo tengo aquí el teléfono del banco, el teléfono del lawyer. Me dio el lawyer este teléfono para que llamara a ver si me quieren vender. Pero ellos tampoco me pueden vender.
Hay mucha gente que compra la casa. Yo no quiero, ellos quieren que yo compre la casa, pero ellos quieren que yo pague $368,000. Yo no quiero que compre la casa. La casa ya no vale nada, porque no hay techo, no hay pared, ellos roban todo mi cosa. El barrio pagó para poner la madera.
Does the property
We'll never get it.
Why couldn't you?
Thousands of dollars. My mother died 5 years ago. Nobody's paid any money for 5 years. The bank was supposed to do. Hello, excuse me, can you talk to me? No, you need to sit down. Yeah.
The meeting is at 6:30.
Just wait, your turn. I thought that when you put a lien on the property, okay, that they can, because you have a master lien, you can go against the property in the association to get a lien.
We're doing that. The government has a law, they have a law, that we can only collect 1 year's worth of assessments from a bank.
Okay,
Obama changed the law so we could get more, but we have a new president who doesn't like us, so he says we can't do that. So now we can only collect 1 year, from, because he changed all the banking rules, our new president. So you can go and talk to our new
no, but
president.
I thought that besides the lien of the fact that, the lien on the property meaning that it is in the condition it is.
Yeah, we have a lien for
and-
thousands of dollars.
Okay, that's what I'm
Now,
saying.
We'll only collect 1 year's worth of maintenance.
Not because of the fact that you tried to put something on the roof or nothing
All
else,
of
or
those,
security or anything
we
else.
try. Sometimes the attorneys for even the banks and the government are mentally ill and they let it go through. We actually collect, like my neighbor's house, we collected $9,000 from them.
Cuando
But
yo era un viaje a la tal she told me, because I told her, if you want, I can put a little fence back in the backyard, whatever. Tú sabes, como para que la gente por lo menos diga contra, pusieron algo, no voy a entrar. Me dijo, tú no puedes hacer nada porque eso no es tu propiedad. Cosa que ella tiene razón.
es la verdad, yo pide la misma cosa.
Entonces
Y
yo me
ellos-
quitaba
la
para poner
gobierno
una
dice que no.
cerca con mi dinero y me dijeron que no puedo hacerlo. Entonces yo lo que tengo es, porque yo sé que cuando hay un proceso de abogado todo es lento, yo puedo entender todo perfecto, pero yo lo que quiero es que me den una respuesta, porque ustedes me dicen que le pagan a ellos por los security y ellos me dicen que no le están pagando el suficiente dinero como que le daban antes para tener al carrito siempre dando vueltas.
Da a ¿cómo se llama? La dirección de su internet a ella y deja a ella cuando ella habla con la seguridad,
eso,
¿no?
ya.
Yo hablo con ella casi todos los días, ¿no? Tú puedes llamar a mi casa, yo vivo en,
Yo sé.
tú puedes venir a mi casa, yo hablo con
Pero
la
es que tú no puedes
seguridad.
hacer nada tampoco.
Sí, yo puedo irte a Nelson.
Bueno, a Nelson, pero si hay gente ahí, uno no puede
No
entrar.
puede
Yo le
hacer
decía,
nada, la única cosa
no
que-
entres ni nada porque tú no sabes si esas personas están armadas o
Yo no
algo.
voy a
Vamos a
entrar.
llamar a la policía.
No, yo no voy a entrar, seguro. Yo voy a morir de ataque de corazón o otra cosa, yo no voy a morir
Entonces, yo lo que quiero
de un ladrón.
que por favor, si tengo que pagar más de asociación, yo lo pago para cubrir
No es esto, no es esto, no
el
es
gasto de los security,
no
pero
es
yo
ese
necesito
tipo.
que cuando yo me mudé, el carrito pasaba todos los días, muchas veces al día. Ahora
Ya.
no pasa solo viernes.
Cuando suban más en la puerta,
No.
o cuando suban más en la puerta, o cuando no la puerta.
No, I was raising my hand because I got a, what's it called, citation for my grass and my roof. The roof, I've taken care of it, but apparently I've been waiting to buy fresh grass. It's taking forever. I guess maybe because of the rain.
Just send an email, you know this.
You know,
You were on the board.
I know,
Just send an email.
I didn't want to send an email because they said I can come here and
Email.
they gave the date, so I can actually come to the board meeting and tell you.
But that was already finished, the meeting was at 6:30 for the fines committee.
Now it's a,
And at 7 o'clock, the association, so just send an email to the management company and tell them what your plans are, and they'll either give you an extension or tell you no, one or the other, then you can answer back. But you send an email to them and tell them, you already fixed one thing, tell them I already fixed it, when they come around, they'll go, look, and tell them you want an extension for the grass because whatever your reason is.
Okay. I want to speak in Spanish, I see that you speak in Spanish, I speak English, but
He doesn't speak Spanish,
Okay.
so if you speak English, it's better.
But I think that is complete because I live in the, listen, my house, I represent 5 person and maybe 10, 20, but they cannot use it. 5, 4, one is sick in the hospital, the other having dialysis and the other dialysis. You know, we are people that belong to this neighborhood. When the first house was built, and another 5, 10 person was living here. The first association was wonderful association. Respect us, put flower, put tree, and we just pay less than $100. That's it, doesn't matter. The budget, I know that is more expensive, everything now. We are agree with that. We are not disagree what you said about
So
amount.
what do you disagree with?
My point is that if you live in one house that belong to you, that even government with the taxes and with everything, don't bother you so much that this community maintenance, they go and also inside of the old house in the porch. And then she go to prove to the association. No, let me know. I think I have time I have time.
You can speak, I want to say something before you finish. I just want to say something before you finish. Every homeowner here can go out and walk in front of their own house and see if their house looks nice or not. And if you know that your house is dirty or needs to be painted, or your driveway is broken, or you have no grass in your house, if you know that, you can fix that by yourself without anybody from the community ever sending you a letter or taking a picture or doing anything. If you know that your house doesn't look good, then you need to fix
Let me
it.
tell you something. Please, I am owner here, ambulance. The association needs 5 members. I only see 3. Okay? So,
No, there's only 2.
no, now with the rule of the Tallahassee. I was in Tallahassee last time that was changed. When I saw everything, I know everything in Tallahassee. They changed a lot of things. So, I don't care. I care of my house. Even I am retired.
Okay, so
My husband died 1 year ago.
what's wrong with your house?
What is all that? We don't have a fumigation. What is the last fumigation that the community did?
What feeling?
Fumigation for the jar in the outside of our home. You said you had to pay. You had to clean the road. But the fumigation, every 6 months before. Yes, mister, I can show you. Let me see the last fumigation, please.
We've never,
It's easy, I can go to court. I can go to court.
I've lived here for 30 years.
I know that you are the assistant or the other that was with,
I've lived here for
I know.
30 years.
So me too.
We have never fumigated our house. I pay every
No,
month.
don't tell me that, mister.
I pay $50 a month, $49.95 every single month to have my
You know
yard
something?
fumigated.
I want to tell you something. You represent us.
That's right.
You are not the owner of the Marbella Park.
No, I'm not.
So you have to let me talk.
No, I don't.
No, you have to let me
I
talk.
don't.
You know I can go to court and settle
Well,
today.
go ahead.
Let me tell you something.
Go, I'm ready.
No, but you can
Go
say.
to court.
Be
I
careful.
don't have to let you
Be
talk.
careful because we win in court 4 years ago. You every
Hold on
time.
in court.
I got a court time.
Just
For every
let her speak. Let her express herself. Just
Okay,
let her
go ahead.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, which way? She's
Yes, it's normal. I am tired that my neighbor is sick, my other neighbor is sick. I am widow. So just tell one letter, and I'm going to say, I call, hey, I want to be this time. To me, I like to be, I don't want to sell my house. I don't have to sell. I have to be in my house because by law I have to be. Okay? So, if I came and I like to put flower, it's okay, you like it to be the garbage and everything dirty. No, I am a woman that was working for the government.
Let me see your file.
Everything.
Let me see
Let
your
me
file.
finish.
Let me see your
No,
file.
let me finish.
I want to see the house.
No, let me finish.
I want to see.
No, I want you let me finish.
I want to
I just
see.
talking to you and you have it.
He's not on the board.
Okay,
No.
you have it right.
Ma'am.
No, you have it right.
We don't want to stay here all night. I would like to go back home. I don't get paid for this. I would like to go back. Let me
Just a
see.
minute, I am not stupid. I am a woman. You respect to me.
I'm a widower.
No, he
I'm
knows me.
older than she is. I'm older than you are.
No.
Yes, I am.
How old are you?
All right, 70.
I am 74.
Okay, you're a little older than I am, but I'm a widower. My wife died 27 years ago. Just let me see your fines and I'll look at them. Let me look at the
I
fines.
have to show let me finish. You told me something that is not true. You told me
No, I told you nothing.
You told me that the fumigation
Never happened.
Oh,
Never happened.
and if I bring you the,
We
if I
had
bring the
white,
record, if I bring the record,
excuse me,
if I bring the record,
excuse me, you can read your documents and you'll see, we only cut the grass.
Read the
We
documents.
had white fly, which was destroying our neighborhood. We had white fly several years ago. We had twice, they came out and fumigated for white
That's
fly because it was destroying everything in the neighborhood. But other than that, we don't fumigate. I pay True Green Law Service.
I fumigate my house down outside and outside.
I don't know your point. Let me see your fines. Show me your fines. Show me. Show me.
You are good. I don't like you are
I don't care. You fire me.
You don't care.
You fire me and hire another criminal. I would love that.
That was the time. And this was, when she passed, it was no flower. I put a flower. Because I was in. It is said about that.
I'm gonna send you a picture.
What do you try? That she has so many weeds?
Okay, so this one says,
That she has so many weeds out there?
paint the farm shop.
Oh, it has nothing to do with flowers.
No, I really have.
Es para pintar.
I have everything
No,
here.
Escúchame, para tú sabes, ellos vienen y ellos ven que algo está mal. Ellos mandan una carta. La carta está diciendo, señores, eso para entrar, recuerden aquí que ese necesita arreglar.
And then they're removed.
No, y tú hizo, ¿verdad? Tú ya pintó. Entonces la única cosa que tú necesitas dice, en la compañía tú llámalo o manda un
I
email.
can, no, I sent it. But you know what they told me? They sent it by direct to the certificate. If you don't go and do it
Because you
in
didn't
10
respond.
days or 15 days, we buy you $100 a day.
Señora, es porque tú no contestas.
No, I always answer my goodness.
Entonces tú mandas una copia. si tú ya contestó y ellos no responden la contesta, tú mandas una copia y dices,
Ok.
mira, yo ya contestó, aquí está, en mi computador o en el
So,
factor normal.
well, I want to get clear, and I'm sorry if you don't understand that. I just want to clear. Every time that they check me something, and I threw out the pass, and they didn't answer me, I want to get a copy, and I got. The third copy that I received in this way,
Tráeme a mí.
I just go to court.
No.
No, they can't want.
Tráeme a mí, tráeme a mí, Tráeme, tú no necesitas hacer la primera copia que tú hizo, que ellos no contestan. Tráeme a mí personalmente aquí a la cita y yo asegurar que ellos van a contestar.
Okay, when is this appointment that every week or every...
¿Cuántos años estás viviendo aquí?
30.
Ok, en 30 años, la cita
Solamente
aquí
una vez.
está la tercer miércoles, todos los meses, ¿no? Falta cuando Virgil estaba presidente, que yo no le tengo cita nunca. Para nosotros, estaba antes, ¿no? La tercer miércoles de todos los meses, y después que Virgil, que ya está el año 2011, está la tercer miércoles todos los meses.
Okay.
A las 7 de la noche, antes era 8.
Okay, I want to understand very well, even if my English is not perfect, maybe you want to understand to me. I came here because I thought that our member had the so responsibility and very strong to community, the person that managed all the, all the service. But this time to me, and you are 30 years here, and you know that Ernesto was before, so I think that you was with Ernesto the second. I think it's no, I don't get my bad memory, I think that it was the second.
From 2011.
Okay, if every time that we got some problem or discuss something, we suddenly see the company, the check to other community service. We have in less than 5 years, 4 community service or 3 community service. So, just 30 years here, and 30 years me, what we sent in December exact, when passed the budget, we changed the community service. Even we have something with the community service, very humble, and then we change and another again. So it's not fair, I'm so sorry, I am so sorry with you. I'm so sorry, I'm very decent. My profession is psychology. But in my blood is almost lawyers, because I have all lawyers in my family. But I want to tell, I don't want to disrespect you. Believe me. I don't want to disrespect her. I don't want to disrespect her, because you are here to listen us. The only that I just wanna is when you go back to home, you're thinking a little. I don't think that any person that lives in Marbella, that is owner, wanna get the property out, the one the management, we try to do everything, but you have to think something. You have to think, why this person, if I don't answer, if they don't answer my path, and I am in the hospital like my neighbor, what are they going to do? Put a fine for $100,
Ma'am.
but the court told me,
Please sit down. Don't
the
stand
court
up.
told me, go and.
Please sit down. No. And let me just say, even if they put a fine on your house, you can come back to a meeting and show proof that you fixed whatever the fine was. Or don't talk anymore. Or that you were actually in the hospital during the time that you had the fine. And we will take the fine away from you. We won't. We don't want to charge anybody a fine.
That's what I want to be
We
clear.
don't want people to have a fine.
Because
We
we
want
never know
people to
what
fix
will
their
happen.
house. It's not fair. It's not fair to you or to anybody else. If
Yeah.
your neighbor has a really bad looking house, with their grass grown up bed, with their house not painted, with with their garbage cans sitting out in front of their house, with commercial vehicles all over their property. It's not fair to any of us, if that happens. But we're also human beings, and if you have a problem, like you're in a hospital, I was in a hospital for a whole month. If you're in a hospital for a while and you can't take care of it, and you get out and you're still not feeling good, you can come to us. You can send your daughter, or you can send your son, or whoever, or your cousin,
No, you
and,
can now
and
it's
tell them, hey, look, she has a problem, she's in the hospital, and we'll work with
No,
you.
now it's more easy. I want to tell the truth. I asked him to Tallahassee, and this is more easy. There's no the change showing so much to our favor, to the owner, because we know that the managers or the association of
I don't understand what you're talking about.
well, but let me tell you something. It's easy. Yeah, okay. Es más fácil evitar un problema dialogando. El lawyer te dice que hablar es mejor.
No, yo te hago favor, si tú quieres poner un caso en contra de la asociación,
No, pero no me estás
todos los vecinos van a pagar para el encuentro de la para eso no es la cosa. Yo estaba diciendo a ti que es una cosa fácil. Si tú no estás de acuerdo con esto, tú puedes venir a la board y nosotros vamos a ver.
Pero no me estás entendiendo, mi amor, no me estás entendiendo.
I can't go on anymore. Yo no puedo hablar de
Let's
esto.
move on, let's move on.
Ok, dame tu dirección de para cuando aquí no hay reunión y ahí lo voy a llamar. Yo veo, ok,
It's all your fault.
No, it's your fault.
So yeah, problem.
No,
We fixed this.
Okay. Well, you're okay.
So the meeting now is, what days are the meeting?
The third Wednesday of every month.
Nothing has changed.
That hasn't changed.
No,
We changed it from, no, it used to be the third Wednesday of every month. We changed it from 8 o'clock until 7 o'clock.
It wasn't
Look behind you. Look behind you. He's been here every day for how many years now? 5 years now.
What was the days? Every Wednesday,
Was it every Wednesday or Tuesday?
No, never. Never Tuesday.
If it was what?
Tuesday, not every third Tuesday.
No, never.
Think.
Oh yeah, that was a while back. A while back it used to be on Tuesday and then.
Oh, okay. That was in 2011. It was on Tuesday. Because we got complaints that the Christians had some kind of meeting on Tuesday night.
No, you don't know. It's actually on Wednesday. That's when.
Well, we got to think that it was on Tuesday night, so we changed it to Wednesday. The people that live right there, they had a Bible meeting on Tuesday nights. They told us that all Christians had a Bible meeting. I'm not Christian, I know nothing about it.
I think if I can deduce what the lady is saying, I think I have been in a situation before in the past. In the case all talk about,
Yes, we have it.
we live in a community, right? And even though there's another form of communication, if you want to do it, let's say, have lots of time to use now, it's on the book. But sometimes, because we live in a community, sometimes there's nothing wrong with us going out of our way in terms of when we send communication to someone and the person doesn't respond. Or I know we have people who drive by, we should bring that extra effort. We could maybe get a knock on the door, something to find out what's really, really going on. Because things happen. You can't be an obligation.
Mustafa, you were on the board. Okay. You understand what goes on here. We cannot go out to 385 homes. We pay a company to go around and send them a notice. And then if they
That's
don't,
not the first notice, that's several.
yeah, they get three notices before and they can talk to the management company. We can't do that. You know, he wants to go on vacation, I like to see my grandchildren. The only thing we'd like to do is administer. And if we let every single person that comes to our meeting, like the cat lady that lived over there, that her cats were terrorizing the little girl that lived next door to her house because she fed all these feral cats that if they scratch you, you gotta go to the hospital because it's dangerous. No. And then she told me, well, she can't, this is how she wants to live. The government had to go, we had to send the police in there, they had to take her out of the house, put her in a mental institution for 3 days, only they can keep you, clean out her house, no, and then she sued us because we called the police on her. But it was not safe. There are houses here that have small violations that we can say as a board member, okay, it'll take 6 months and finally fix it. No? But we can't say to the people, you don't have to fix your violation. We cannot say that. No, if they can't afford to maintain their house because of the rest of the residents that live here, for their behalf, we have a fiduciary responsibility to make sure that all the people take care of their houses. We can, yes, we can definitely, as you say, because we're human beings, we can say, okay, you can have an extension to do
I get
that.
extensions every day.
Yeah.
When they call the
For
office,
sure.
they say, I'm.
But we can't just say, no, you don't have to fix it. We can't do that.
Nobody's saying that because over the past years, you know, one thing which of course still really hurts me was the issue which was talking about changing management companies being changed.
Well, we might change them 10 times more, we don't know.
I know.
No,
Let me tell you one thing, let me tell you one thing quickly that happened.
That's
They
improved.
changed management company one time,
Yeah.
right? And we were sending check, only for us to say the management company has changed.
Yeah.
But we're sending payment and it was being rejected and saying, okay man, we've changed management company. And so, okay man, when do we make payment? There was no communication.
Dada, you know this, you're just talking because you want to talk.
And I'm-
Because you know this. You know that when we change management companies, that they send out a notice and a book to every single person that lives in this neighborhood. If you don't want to read that notice and you don't want to look at that book, I receive one every single time. You know, and you know that. And everybody that's in here that's a reasonable person knows it. No,